What would you call it in your days?
I would call it the Gui Tagal.
The Gui Tagal.
Yes.
You heard that. In their days, it was called the Gui Tagal. We know it as the silk cotton tree, but yes, the Gui Tagal. How about it?
It's the baobab, but because it was named, it was called so by the young ones. Banjul is different from the real. About the language, Wolof. You hear the typical Wolof if you get out of Banjul to the province. But still, we speak our own Wolof here. It's Wolof, but it's a bit mixed.
Gui Tagal, that is obviously Wolof. What would that mean?
Tagal means the way the formation, the way the tree,
the structure of
the tree was just like, but it linked towards the main road. As you see it now, that's why the trunk just fell on top of the first macadamized road.
It had a leaning posture.
Yes, that leaning posture is why we call it Gui Tagal. And then whenever we are coming as boys, older than my age, I mean, my elder brothers, etc., that's why we ourselves adopt that name, because that's how we found them calling it Gui Tagal. When you come near it or passing it, you just turn your cap.
You also slant your cap.
Come like that. This is Tagal in Wolof. Right? You slant your cap because that's the way the tree was structured. And then we do that as someone we believe. The tree is shrouded with some magical powers.
It must be no ordinary tree, this one.
Spiritual powers. That's what we believe, that is shrouded with it. There is something in this tree that has...
Yeah, you're talking about genes and...
Genes, etc., that really participate or protects or contributes towards the protection of Banjulians. It's not at all a religious shrine, no. Yeah, I just want to make that clear. We don't come here as a faith, as another faith, no. We don't come here to pray to God, no.
It's mainly traditional culture.
Mainly traditional culture that leads us to that belief that there is some aspect of ritual in this tree. Dating far back to the early 50s, that this I can remember, because I was born in the early 30s.
And you found this tree steadily standing?
Yes, it's older than my brothers. That's why it's right to call it over a century.
Now, can you tell us some of the things people used to do around here?
When we are coming from Banjul going to Serekunda, those were the days when going to Serekunda wasn't difficult with us because we walk. When we are passing by, we throw that coin here.
Okay.
It's not easy to throw a coin. Sometimes you don't have a coin, but you pick a stone to throw it. If you throw the stone and it didn't drop back, you don't go that day. You return home. That was our belief. We believe in that. We don't go that day to the Congo, we come back home. Because we believe there is no open way and it's not safe to go. Because the tree has rejected your way. To be conserved, it has played some part into the lives of Banjulians. Because it's a land.
So parts of it, you know, weren't cut down for firewood?
No. But the extracting those tweets out of it serves us.
They are mainly for curative, therapeutic values.
Simple as that. But nothing at all besides that.
At the rim of the Atlantic, Banjul has ever been endowed with a pretty luxurious undergrowth of trees and ornamentals, which especially streamline the thoroughfare leading to the main settlement.
Hi, I'm Niso, having a great time with my friends and the Smiling Coast. This program is brought to you by...
We're still on the expedition with me, Ibrahim Jata, exploring the characterful outlook of the Smiling Coast. Now we're here meeting Alhaji Siring Seka, a leading pioneer of the Gambia National Drama Association, playwright and one of the first cultural and traditional exponents of the Smiling Coast. Mr. Seka is going to be telling us the mystery about the silk cotton tree, how it relates the city story and why it is still deeply valued.
It was a landmark really for entering Banjul and for leaving Banjul as well. You know, if you were a boy living in Banjul, it was also to test the bravery of a boy and the endurance of a boy to run all the way from Halfdai or Dingari to Gui Tagal and back, right, with time, of course, limit. And then if you do that as a boy, then you are a brave boy, and
sporty.
You're sporty,
Yeah.
and your endurance is being tested. You know, that's the cotton tree. Before we were born, we met this cotton tree. Even my father or my grandfather, when I asked them about the age of the cotton tree, they will tell me, we don't know. Because when we were boys, we met this cotton tree.
It's totally existed.
Yeah.
It was already a big tree.
Yes.
This is a detailed and masterful sketch of the 80-year-old city resident in his teens as a young Boy Scout in the 50s. It was briefly after a historic march past, celebrating the Queen's coronation in England. But well before this time, Seka could recall the beautiful moments he and his friends used to spend at the silk cotton tree and other wooded areas of the island, enjoying the delight of natural endowments.
Wherever you see a cotton tree, there must be something hidden, at least, a July or a big marabou.
So do you climb the silk cotton trees? Because I see a lot of twigs which seem to be very sharp.
No, hardly, for the simple fact that it has some thorns, on the stems. On the stems, yeah. Hardly. You can use the climbing belt, of course. The kandama also.
Has anyone climbed that tree?
It's very big. It's hard to
Has anyone climbed that tree?
surround with anything,
Okay. So no one has climbed the tree in your days?
Huh?
That tree in Banjul.
If we?
No one has ever climbed.
No, not to my knowledge. We used to have one at Buckle Street, where we used to have company number 2. My uncle was a trader there, and we used to spend sometimes there. When there was no dara, there was no school, we used to take you there, and you have to sit down there, sit with him there, either in the compound. So we used to play with this cotton tree, and some of these things that when they flower, they used to toys and so on. Sometimes one will make, one that looks like a wrestler, and another one will look like a big one, and then you stand them here to wrestle.
You're very creative with the flowers.
Very creative. Exactly.
We're back again on the expedition with me, Ibrahim Jata. Thanks for joining us. Now we're here at Half Dai, formerly called Mukam Town, in the southern part of Banjul. This place realized a name change when a major cholera epidemic broke out in the city in 1869, killing thousands of people. The name Half Dai came to replace Mukam Town. But how did the people of this area deal with the greatest ever epidemic to hit the city?
Welcome to present-day Half Dai, the area with perhaps the most captivating name in the city. Today, it's a growing residential and major commercial quarter, where one wouldn't miss a sight of big trucks, either blocking the road or being prepared to transport merchandise. Those who witnessed a game of soccer at the all-new artificial turf in the area probably understand the exciting buzz of this part of the city. But a somewhat distant walk back to a past era, what is now called Half Dai, witnessed and suffered adversely from the effects of the most ill-timed cholera outbreak to ever storm the city. It's 1869. The Gambia was still a British colony under the watchful eye of one Governor Peyton, based in Banjul, then called Bathurst. News of a wild wave of cholera emanating from Janjambure, then Makati, in the Central River region, was making rounds in the city. Instead of making a direct and calculated response, the colonial government under Governor Peyton was faffing around, virtually doing nothing to resolve the issue while the epidemic continued to take hold.
This memorial is tucked in this corner here, in GRTS-19 Square, almost unnoticed by people. But I must tell our viewers that it represents a very, very sad chapter in the colonial history of the Gambia. Because this is a memorial to some of the victims of the 1869 cholera epidemic, which killed almost 30% of the population of Bathurst. Okay?
It was a major outbreak.
This was a major outbreak, and so far in history, it is the single worst, disease outbreak to have ever hit, the Gambia in general. From our research, in April 1869, there was a reported case of cholera on Makati Island.
It's actually